Hi guys, it's me again. Okay, this is my do-over of my Periscope this morning because my dog is very bad. Meadow, I would not call her a bad dog to her face, so that's just between you and me, so don't get all upset and everything, because she's just been really bad. No, seriously, she was eating puke at the park, which is disgusting, and then she just took off on me and got herself stuck between a garage and an old truck that's been there for 100 years in somebody's backyard. And so she couldn't turn around to get out. So she was trying to back out and then she kept getting more stuck and it was just a big disaster. So you know what? So far, today has been a little bit of a fail, which is awesome because as your, mental health, speaker person thing, it's probably good every now and then, for me to have a really crappy morning and then be able to tell you, you know what, I'm going to survive it, right? So anyway, here we are on this beautiful fall day. It's election day here in Canada, yay. So I'll be doing that shortly. And anyway, the topic I was trying to cover on, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself, was about mental health and exhaustion. Those two things go hand in hand. When I went through my breakdown, exhaustion was definitely a contributor to my breakdown, and rest was definitely the biggest contributor to my healing. And so it's really important that if we are overworked and we're overburdened and our bodies are physically exhausted, our minds are physically exhausted, we need to check our schedules, we need to check what's more important in our life, because exhaustion is such a catalyst to anxiety and depression and other sort of emotional and mental baggages that we carry. And so I'm not talking about, the kind of rest I was saying in my fail Periscope before this, the kind of rest where, you're struggling with depression, you just can't get out of bed and you just sleep all day long. And so that's a difference. That's depression talking. But especially with anxiety, sometimes when we're burning the candle at both ends, our minds just don't work well. Ask a 2-year-old, right? Give a 2-year-old a crappy night's sleep and see how well their mental capacity is in the day. You know what? We're no different. As adults, yeah, sure, we've learned how to hold our temperaments, hopefully, a little bit better when we've had a bad day. But sometimes exhaustion can really thwart your thoughts and thwart your emotions, and everything is just so much more heightened. Do you guys agree with me? When you're tired, you have a worse day. Well, when you're struggling with mental illness, like depression or anxiety or panic attacks, exhaustion can make it even worse. So there's a few ways. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. That's the most important thing. And if you don't get a good night's sleep and you wake up exhausted, that's okay. Don't listen to your thoughts much that day. Just kind of choose that today, I'm sorry I can't read your comments. I'm going to fix my phone so I can read them. But anyway, hi guys. So thanks. See, I read that one. How come that one pops up higher? I don't know. You guys, I'm when it comes to this kind of stuff, I'm 180 years old. I just need some reading glasses and then I would really play the part really well, wouldn't I? Yeah, anyway. So even if you've had an exhausting day and you're struggling with mental illness, it's really important for that day that you don't really pay too much close attention to your thoughts and your emotions, because they're not really telling you the truth. Most of the time, that's just going to be exhaustion. So it's not a good time to have deep conversations with people. It's not a good time to analyze your future plans and goals for your life, because when you're exhausted and you're struggling with depression or anxiety, everything looks pretty bleak. Save those conversations and deep thinkings for a day that you're feeling really restful. Anyway, and another key is rest throughout the day. And so taking time to have a nap, taking time to just sit and take a breather sometimes. I know that a really important thing to do when you're struggling with mental illness is to distract your mind, to do things to keep yourself busy, and that's really good. But rest is also really important. And I also know from experience that rest can be kind of scary because we don't want to be alone with our thoughts. And that's a whole other topic altogether, is how to be alone with our thoughts and not be terrified of them. But like I said, if you're exhausted, just don't listen to them very much. Don't pay much attention to your emotions and thoughts in that moment, because chances are they're pretty irrational and you're not going to get much out of it. Another way to sort of fight exhaustion and mental health is mentally resting. And so it's things like, I do this a lot where and I'll actually be writing a post on this, ways to cleanse your mind and give you sort of a kickstart dealing with anxiety and depression. And there's certain things that I do, even now, if I start feeling like that worry and my mind is starting to get scattered and really chatterboxy and all that kind of stuff, is I do a bit of a mind cleanse. So you can check out my blog, virtuouswomanexposed.com, where I'm going to be sharing about that later on this week. But anyway, one of the things I do to rest my mind is I avoid any, news and negative. Oh, look at Meadow saying hi. Say hi, Meadow. Yeah, I'm holding a tight grip on her and she's not very happy about it. Anyway, one of the things that I do is I cut out any media that's really negative. I read things and I look at things that are really gentle and kind to my mind, nothing very dramatic, nothing that's going to add to my fears and my anxieties, things like that. And also eating well. When you're exhausted and you're struggling with mental illness, food plays a huge part in that. Last thing you want to do is drug yourself up on a bunch of caffeine and sugar, because really that's just going to do you more damage than good. So anyway, there's ways that you can handle exhaustion. There's ways that you can not allow your exhaustion to make your mental health even worse. And so those are disciplines that you learn to take on to get yourself out of bad anxiety day or a bad depression day. And you know what? Those are things that you're going to have to do for the rest of your life. Those are things and disciplines, rest, eating well, those kind of things, watching out for exhaustion, not listening to my thoughts when I'm exhausted, or my emotions when I'm exhausted. Those are kind of the disciplines that I will have to do for the rest of my life to maintain my mental health and maintain my freedom from anxiety and depression. Anyway, I'm enjoying this beautiful day. Look at this. The sun and all the leaves. And so I hope that you guys have an awesome day today. Look for the good things and find some time in your day to get some rest. And if you are exhausted, don't listen to your thoughts. Okay, promise me, just ignore them. It's just like the 2-year-old having a tantrum. Just let it pass. It'll get better. Anyway, have an awesome day. Bless you guys. Make sure you come over, visit me on Facebook or on my blog, virtuouswomanexposed.com, where I'm there to help you guys expose the lies by telling truths, and pursuing a beautiful mind, you and me together. All right, have an awesome day, guys. Bye.